I'm going to read 4 poems for you. And the first one is called No Fairy Tales, please.
Can I give her one?
I let my golden hair out from under the weight of its bun and watch it drop down to the ground, getting wet and dirty for the first time, like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel, you're seeing a version of me I've never shown before, with long locks and an operatic voice, so susceptible is my pitch to the stairless tower I breathe from, that my cat eyes have turned to dog eyes, unbuttoned and exposed, like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel, I'm 30 meters up in the air, pacing around and around and around. Haven't you ever let someone climb up your human ladder? Let them place a foot on your knee, an arm on your shoulder, and push up to get a better view of the top of your head, like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel, I've weaved my escape into the golden locks that drag out in front of me, not behind me, in front of me, defying all laws of physics, and creating a path I follow out of the tower and into the wood, like Rapunzel. Like Rapunzel, I have an ethereal voice, a version of the truth, all muddy and let get wet, before ever staying in the tower for eternity. The second one is called You Will Love Again. Peppered by a juggernaut of force, 2 hands clasped around my neck, 2 hands clasped around the longest neck in history. Giraffe, make no mistake. This neck sees above even the tallest of rainforests, even the most black and blue of bruises, underscoring how these 2 tiny human hands, in an effort to choke out the life of a leap year, manage only aging footprints on scale of a lone leopard praying through the massive jungle of my empty bed. Neck coiled and coiled, spiraled and spiraled, until I wake up and let my love slinky down the infinitely gesticulated stairs of the next leap year. The next one is called Let's Have a Kiki, or Breaking the Code of Silence. In the libraries, no one is allowed to talk. In the libraries, no one's to make noise. In the libraries, you can stand up and scream about the words you have read, the thoughts you have discovered, nor acknowledge the rising tide shrieking against the code of silence in the libraries. In the theaters, we're all supposed to wear a mask. In the theaters, we aren't allowed to break the 4th wall. In the theaters, you shouldn't walk on stage without putting on the costume they bought for you from American Apparel, nor vomit speak what passes through your veins. In the theaters, you're to memorize and repeat. Memorize and repeat in the theaters. In the churches, our body politic is supposed to nod heads. In the churches, our body politic isn't allowed to bite our fingernails. In the churches, the politics of our body should cookie cut out of the 1950s. Are best served on a cold plate at a Cracker Barrel. Would be most delicious if gendered for par for the course. That tiny little sip of wine you get at the rarest of occasions in the churches. Yet in the libraries, there are always people whispering. In the libraries, there are always people passing notes. In the libraries, people can't unread the crafts of life they're breathing in, nor burn all of the encyclopedias without coming out of the quiet. Coming out of the quiet, yet in the theaters. Coming out of the quiet, so in the theaters, best to forget your lines. In the theaters, stand on stage naked. In the theaters, don't let the curtain down, nor any spectator sit in idle dissidence, for the stage is just the audience, is just the stage, and we're fucking loud. Now in the churches, we hold the reins. In the churches, your piety is burnt encyclopedias in drag. In the churches, there are splatters of wine trickling down our ravenous chins. Our shirts have gone from white to pink. Our bodies from the pew to floating up in the rafters, as we whisper down to the masses, to the body politic, who are now perked up and ready to listen, ready to come out. Come out of the quiet, we whisper. Come out of the quiet, together. And my last one, I'm going to dedicate to 9/11 conspiracy theorists. The Big Bang. I'm going to dedicate to the Big Bang. No. One more time. The Beatles. I'm going to dedicate this one to the Beatles. and it's called Destiny's Children of Man. Born out of the rite of passage, pray probably because you always have, raised to believe that among the pews and the news is the objective. Forthright fact, mind-numbingly simple, yes, mind-numbing lens fog. Or a neutral car down an easy decline. Not enough speed to crash, avoid steep hills, don't ask, don't tell. Thriller is the best music video ever made. Hillary has always been an LGBT advocate. Monica brought it upon herself. Donald is the voice of the disaffected. Wear school uniforms, no tattoos, please. I can't wait to get married. Retirement is the ultimate goal. Drink at least 1 glass of milk a day. Citizen Kane, Daniel Day-Lewis, listen to your father, go to college, pay taxes, vote, for God's sakes, vote, and you better. You better fucking love Beyonce. Probably because you always have. And if you don't ask, nothing is very telling. Thank you.
No.